traumatized, man. All signs.
Right, all them signs. You be like, oh, what is she? A laborer? Oh, nah, I can't fit no Libras no
we
more
here,
ever.
man. Might as well get to it, man. Chris Rock, man. Comedy special. I think it was over the weekend, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called, man?
We watched it in here.
Yeah, we did. Even though I watched it earlier the same day.
Wow.
It was a lot going on, man. I forgot what it was called though.
Selective Outrage.
Selective Outrage. There we go.
Wait,
as we all know, man.
Who's gonna defend this?
Yeah, man.
Who's gonna defend this? Who's gonna defend this? But Cujo, if I slap you right now, Cujo,
I'm gonna
Cujo,
I'm gonna
if I
go.
slap you right now, Cujo, if I slap you right now mid podcast, are you gonna wait a year to do a response to slapping the fuck out you?
Nah, hold up.
Cujo?
Let's address the special.
Okay.
Hold up.
Yeah. I mean,
The jokes themselves, it just sounded like your uncle
Mitty
making jokes.
Yeah,
What?
The overall special was cool. It wasn't really nothing overly.
It was just like a lot of old jokes you would hear like 1,000 times already on Twitter.
I don't think we're upset because we didn't really expect too much from it. I think we just wanted to hear what he had to say. And
Right.
Even though he took a year, I don't know. At the same time, I don't know what took him so long. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's probably had other shit doing. I don't know what he's Chris.
He was touring. He was touring for a while, and I guess he just
that's probably another. He probably did.
But Cujo, be honest with Body Bags, because he was touring with the material that he performed for the Netflix special. He was trying out the Netflix special material on tour to see if he just liked it or not, and perfecting it. That shit is ass, pussy. Mm-hmm. If nobody else, last week, Phil. Last week, didn't we just have a conversation about top black comedians that are actually funny to us? Didn't we have that here? Boom was here. Lucci was here.
But I feel like they still do the same thing, though. I feel like they might even.
They all do that.
Funny. They all just that's part of the thing. They test them. They gotta try out their material because some people complaining about that. I seen it on Facebook and they complaining about certain shit he said about them, and I'm like, man, hold on, let me calm down. I don't want to call her the B word. Fuck her.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Because in Will Smith, how they feel, they kind of, I heard they kind of feel some type of way like he went too far. No, nigga, fuck you, nigga. You slapped me and put me in a position in front of white people. Now I gotta choose if I want to act ignorant or be fucking professional. You know what I'm saying? And knowing Chris Rock, he gonna choose to be professional. He don't know what.
I didn't even know he responded. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Will Smith and them.
I'm not gonna lie.
It looked good. It was aesthetic. The aesthetics of the stage looked good.
Yeah, that looked good.
His outfit was alright. It was crispy. He had no issues. The crowd looked good. They gave him a response. I felt like he was introspective. He talked about his life. He talked about he hit on different topics. Like if I'm looking at it technically, not you know what I'm saying. If I'm looking at it technically and not subjectively, this special was a good special. It was overall successful.
I'm getting mad.
Hold on,
this
man.
This is a very low bar. This is a very low bar. Does anybody hear me?
I'm not saying the low bar.
I don't think he's talking about the jokes. I think he's talking about what he was trying to.
Hold on, y'all, for a second, man. This is what I was talking. I just said this, bro, a week ago. I just said this, bro. I told Brother Titus, man. He didn't even watch the special directly, man. People were talking about it, and he just so happened to get info from. I knew he was gonna do that, man. Like Will's such a bitch, man. But I wanted to say.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
I wanted to say, man, like realistically, Chris Rock never responded to it, like out the gate. You know what I'm saying? He really just did a comedy special surrounding the issue and never publicly addressed it. So the fact that Will would say that he feels hurt and upset and that he wants Chris to move on, like these are just very weird statements. You watch the special directly, like you went off hearsay because you don't want to watch it. You're embarrassed, ultimately, and that's weird to me, man. Like I don't I'm not surprised though. You know, the way he handled the situation, he wasn't going to take responsibility anyway. So I
Yeah.
get it, but you know,
Move
I
on
don't
from
know.
what, Cujo? Move on
Weird
from what? You want this man to move on from getting slapped when you can't move over being cuck shamed by your wife in front of us on the internet?
Rather,
Right.
My
listen.
lord.
There's someone. Hold on,
Oh,
hold
he
on,
did
hold
touch
on,
on
hold
that
on,
too.
hold
He
on,
Yeah,
touched on
hold
that
on,
in
Yeah.
hold
special.
on,
Oh man.
I'm gonna let
hold
you cook. I'm gonna
on,
ask
hold
you a
on.
question.
Cause no, this is the Is We Poddin shit, right? Body bags, Cujo, Ty, Marabi, we all here, right? We all
Oh
gonna be
man.
honest, right?
Let him go.
You you got cuck shamed. Hey, Ty, let's do this. When was the last time? No, because I fuck with Ty, and Ty gonna keep it a band. Ty, when was the last time a bitch cheated on you and then sat you down for an interview and said, "Hey, when I sucked his dick, how did you feel?" You never been through that, Ty.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
No,
Never.
no, 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 no,
Never.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Ty, answer the question. Ty, answer the
Never.
question.
Never.
Never. Hey, body
He
bags.
tried it.
When have you ever been in a situation where your bitch cheated on you and then said, "Hey, give grace, give love. This is a holistic family, even though I smashed your son's best friend." Have you ever had that conversation with a woman, body bags?
His conversation of cheating was on a whole nother disrespectful level. I
Okay,
would.
cool. I'm trying to speed back this. I'm trying to speed back this. Hey, Cujo, would you ever let a woman get up in front of the world
Yeah, that's
and
nasty.
talk about how much she loves her dead ex more than she loves you, Cujo?
Yeah,
Would
man,
you ever?
listen. You gotta keep
Entanglement.
Uh-huh. No,
absolutely.
no, 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 no.
And by the way,
Ty,
Nah,
we
this is
pardon.
talking about
hold
Pod.
on.
We
He
Yeah.
was
pardon.
By the
Yeah, we
way,
know what he's talking about.
I do want to say that her and Tupac, you know, they had a pretty they had like an odd relationship. Initially, like when they were first going to school together, she really didn't think bro was all that attractive. She thought he was weird and kind of like,
Of course.
you know, a little quiet, you know what I'm saying? So around thug life era Pac, that's when things kind of switched up a little bit, but they kind of had like a little falling out. So, you know, by the time he passed, you know, they couldn't really make amends or whatever. But initially, she wasn't really checking for bro like that. You know what I'm saying? They were kind of just friends, but she dragged that shit out to the point where it was kind of speculated that it could have been more. And they probably were. You know, the way she was talking
Yeah,
about
like
that shit.
that proves
Who
Cujo,
that.
could
knows?
you answer my Cujo? Could
Either
you
way,
answer my
yeah, I
question?
would never
Could you
want to
answer
be in
my
a
question?
situation like that. I would never want to. I'd
Thank
never
you.
want to be in a situation like that. Like,
Entanglement.
they clearly weren't attracted to Buddy like that initially. Y'all
Yeah,
went to
until he
school
became a
together.
thug.
You
Like,
talk crazy about him. Like, she even talked about how they kissed one time. She was so disgusted by it because that's her brother and this that. But it's like, come
yeah,
on,
I'm
man.
sorry, I'm calling her
You
bitch.
got you got your daughter writing a letter to bro. Like, I mean, brother's been dead for 26 years now. I mean, damn near 27 now. So that's just
Mm-hmm.
odd, man. But the whole
Mm-hmm.
family is weird.
Yeah.
She let him
The whole
when he became a
family
thug.
is
She
Yeah.
probably let him hit. That's what
Mm-hmm.
happened. I don't know what
We
the
have
fuck.
We Pod podcast, man. Listen, man. Will, you a legend and everything. I'm never gonna take that away from you, but your family's weird, man. You guys are the
Yeah,
weirdest collective. Some
I'm
odd people, man.
we going there tonight. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it's been in
Paul,
Hollywood
go
way
ahead,
too
Yeah.
go
long.
ahead.
Okay.
But
Shout out to the pod. I
go
want to
ahead,
say
brother.
this. I want to say this before y'all let Cal off the leash. Before y'all just let this brother roam around and go crazy. Let me just say
My
this real
bad.
quick. No, you good, bro. You good. Be you, man. I didn't think the special was like crazy. It wasn't trash. It wasn't super crazy either. It was vintage Chris Rock. It was just okay to me personally.
Yeah,
I will say this. I think we talked about this, Cujo. I think Cal mentioned this. I think it was even though he didn't say anything that we hadn't heard before, like social media hadn't previously put out there. I do think it was important for Rock to get that out of his system. You know what I'm saying? It was important for him to say it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, Will Smith is not in any kind of position, neither is Jada, to tell that brother that they feel offended by anything he said. Like, y'all
right.
gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all Will's out of pocket. He didn't apologize. He went on this whole tour after he slapped Chris. Like low-key tried to mix it in with his Oscar speech. Y'all remember that. As y'all just seen, love will make y'all do crazy things. And you know what I'm saying? It was cringy. And then the brother went on a whole like tour in India to go get a peace of mind and all this other stuff. Like
Yeah, love.
out of pocket. Yeah, just both.
Well,
That
what
like
love?
Cujo said, they're out of pocket. That family is out of pocket. Chris got $40 million for 2 specials from
Mhm.
Netflix. So he basically got 20 million for that 1 hour. So I do think it was worth the wait. Brother, they ran the numbers up. He got the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's move forward. Yeah.
But
Wow.
Ty, he could have made much more money if he capitalized on the
At the time,
situation.
that's a fact.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
And to be honest, like that's even more testament to him rocking with Will Smith because me, Ty, if you go and you get Oscar nominated and da 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 da, and I'm out here starring in Marabi movies on Tubi, and you slap me, Ty, guess what I'm doing?
Cal, to be fair,
Guess what I'm doing?
Actually
First quarter, Ty slapped me. That's the problem. See, Ty. That's we don't tie. Like we're not tied. If
Wait,
you
what
don't
we
tie,
What we gonna say, Robbie?
Wanted
to respond real quick.
Shit. God damn it.
my bad.
Forget already, man. You just said.
My
What
bad.
were we talking about?
I see what he's talking about.
Hey,
though.
guys, shit, man.
Yeah, I would have chose to be petty as fuck. As soon as I got slapped. And
I was gonna say,
I'm out.
Go ahead, Marty.
Yeah, okay, I finally remembered. I was gonna say he did initially respond during his live shows. If you saw on Twitter. And I imagine he's been polishing the material. And people have been talking about how they want to go to his live shows to see what he has to say. So it has been lining his pockets in some ways.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. By the way, I remember the narrative right when this story first broke out, where it was speculated that whatever issue Jada had with Chris had something to do with him making jokes previously about her, and the whole time initially it was basically because he said this on the comedy special that he should quit the Oscars because Will Smith didn't win the nomination for
Concussion.
And I'm like, bitches, you insane? Cause your husband didn't win an Oscar. Now you want this man to quit hosting the Oscars. So then when the joke was said, it's kind of like, you kind of putting salt in the wound and shit a little bit. I guess you still felt a way about that. Plus what he said about her. So Will was like, all right, fuck it. Like, if you're friends with a comedian, you should know what comes with that, bro. They host all they host all type of shit where specific people get roasted for hours on end. Like Shaq has his own comedy special, bro, and he gets roasted every chance he gets. They bring up any and everything about this man, bro. The Kobe situation, they still talk about to this day, even if he's not salty about it. His wife leaving him, all type of shit. But somehow you can't handle like Jada being bald, my nigga.
They lucky as fuck because like
Crazy,
Chris Rock,
man.
he not really that type of person to be super, super petty. Now, if that was another comedian that's like, you know what, I ain't gonna beat your ass on stage. Watch me watch it. I'm gonna cook you on these jokes though, and do a special right after that, and really go in on them. You know what I'm saying? Like
I agree.
Chris Rock, they got lucky with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why his brother Tony Rock was upset because they was like, yo, you did that to my brother. He ain't that type of person. He probably, and I feel it's because I think Chris Rock also had like a real deep homie relationship with Will Smith probably, and that's probably
he did.
He probably
really
understand
with each other.
more and more. Yeah, he probably didn't like. He probably knew like I really want to cook him, but like he probably wanted to just be the bigger person and shit. Me,
But
no,
Body
you
Bags,
shot me in the
Body Bags,
opposite.
mean, it is
he wouldn't have done
Hollywood.
that shit. He wouldn't have done that shit to anybody else who was up there, Body Bags.
Well, he wouldn't have done that.
This has been said for a year. Like, I'm not saying anything new. This is all things that are being reiterated. Shout out to Boom. Boom doesn't rock with the power of Black Twitter. Black Twitter is very important. It has made people millionaires. It has made people lose their job. I don't give a fuck. If it moves the metric, Cujo, what does that do? It moves the metric. At the end of the day, you got somebody up there. That nigga wouldn't have walked up there and put hands on a bevy of other niggas that were supposed to host that shit at all. That nigga wouldn't have walked up there and slapped The Rock. Are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
This one I'm more mad though. Like even if
No, y'all hear Ty laughing because that's his lady slogan. Remy Ma, are you fucking dumb? Would he have gotten up there if that was Will Smith doing that with them same jokes? No. I'm sorry, not Will Smith. Denzel Washington. He wouldn't have done that.
No, he wouldn't have did that.
Or anybody else in Hollywood that can
But
fight.
Chuck's this.
No, you picked on the
I'm
nigga
looking
who
at it.
plays a crackhead, bro.
I'm
You
looking at it
picked
as
on a crackhead
I'm not
playing
even
nigga.
looking at it as just like as a. You think that's a little nigga? I'm looking at it as like, bro, this man is a black man on the Oscars, and you another black man, and you slap me. Now,
Exactly.
now I gotta. You put me in a position where like I look
Now
like
I
a
gotta
whole
be
ass
with
nigga
you,
if I
right?
do this, or but if
That's
I fight
the
you,
body bags.
if I
That's
fight you
the
on here, now we look
exactly.
like black crazy niggas on
That's
fucking
the
Oscars.
issue. That's
That's it,
that's the first and biggest issue is that
right? And he
this
didn't want to
this
look like a nigga.
this whole situation is not a good look for black people.
Exactly.
Because the situation that you have here, and I'm not gonna say who wouldn't have done it to, because when you personalize something,
Shit, man.
I mean, you could say Rock's not a comedian, so I'm not even gonna paint that picture. Like you could say Denzel's not a comedian. Like I'm gonna put it in the realm of other comedians. Uh, I can't say that Dave Chappelle wouldn't have got slapped. I've seen Dave Chappelle fucking get tackled almost off stage by just a no-name nigga that just ran on. So I'm not gonna make him, you know what I'm saying, certain niggas. Now there are certain niggas that I know that, nigga, you know, if you bring that type of pressure, it's definitely up. It's gonna be applied right there on stage. But it's like, man, Will and Jada, they have gotten so beyond themselves of thinking that they're holier than thou and can't be spoken upon. Again, at the end of the day, Chris Rock is a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I'm your friend or not, I really wouldn't even be being your real true friend if I don't speak on this. If I have to keep the same energy that I would across the board. Like I can't spare nobody. You know what I'm saying? I still got love for y'all, but shit. Y'all the one shit, y'all shit public. God damn it, this shit is funny.
By
You know what
y'all,
I'm saying?
y'all made this shit public.
Right. You know what
Nobody
I'm
else
saying?
did.
So for them to internalize it and for Will to internalize it, I think he was bound to do that. And I think at that moment, it being Chris Rock on that stage, who, like we said, they've had a close relationship for 20, 25 years. I think that personalization is what brought that action out, because it was somebody. If it had been a random nigga that Will don't really know, Will don't, you know what I'm saying, he don't connect with, or he ain't been in the game with for, you know, like I said, 25, 30 years, he may not respond that way because it doesn't resonate as it would. It's Chris Rock. It's supposed to be my man's.
So boom,
You know what I'm
before
saying? So
with that, are you saying that it's more justified because that's his man's? Like I'm not understanding where you
no, I'm not
getting
saying it's
to with
just.
that.
I'm not justifying
Okay.
it in the terms of it being right. I'm understanding it because if you my man's and we grew up together in this pod shit, we've been
Right.
down 20, 25 years. We done
Right.
seen it all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you go up there on the stage and you make light of a situation that at the time is probably at its height. It's in the news, whatever the case may be. And I've been dealing with this shit from other outside sources everywhere. And then you go up on stage at the biggest show of the fucking year and decide to make a highlight of, you know, my family and our issues and what we have going on. Me personally, I'm not gonna give a fuck. But I'm not everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that shit affected Will. I'm not saying it's right, but I can understand somebody being upset and hurt by somebody that they feel is they people, and you personalizing it like that. You know what I'm saying? And causing some sort of reaction. Now the problem again is Will. Outside of all of that bullshit, you cannot do this
Right.
on this platform. If you want to go behind the scenes, have a word with him, that's totally different. Bro, you cannot walk up on stage and slap this man. Forget all this Chris Rock ain't like that, woo 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 woo. Like Body Bag said, it ain't even about that. We
Right.
are two brothers on this stage. We cannot have these type of looks. This looks like monkey shit.
But boom, by your own admission, you said you're essentially coming from the standpoint of us being mans and shit like that. But shouldn't the principle and the protocol be the same, and even more to the umpteen power if it's somebody who's not your man? That's where I'm coming from, because there's been plenty of like jokes that have been levied against Jada in Hollywood, my nigga. Before then, they didn't pull up on niggas by doing jabs at her on stand-up comedy bits and slap niggas. Nah, this is the biggest moment of your fucking life, and you felt justified to do this. We ain't never seen Will pull up and slap nobody. Boom, ever.
But that's,
Okay.
that's my
Like,
point though. That's my. But maybe we.
So
just
you gonna punch your man. You're in the biggest moment of your life, and your man's is in the biggest moment of his life. He's saying some bullshit jokes that are ass, which we can all agree on. Boom. Did you think those jokes were funny as hell? Like they were worth telling? No, they were ass jokes. They were terrible. So you gonna pull up?
He's just reading.
Yeah,
shit.
like you gonna pull up and hit your man's for that bullshit shit that he obviously didn't write. Because either we're gonna do this as to where it's like, oh, Chris Rock has always been ass and all of his jokes are that ass, or we're gonna look back and be like, oh, well, this nigga was in the biggest moment of his life and he read some shit that was ass, but he did it for the sake of him being in that position. Which one do you want to pick?
Yeah, but you're hearing me wrong though. I'm not justifying.
Go ahead.
I'm not justifying what he did.
Okay.
I'm justifying the possibility that something like that can be likely to happen with somebody that you have a personalized relationship with. More so over somebody that you don't, and they just up there saying jokes and shit like that. But I don't really know this nigga. I haven't sat down with this nigga. I didn't come up with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I know Chris.
So do
I'm
you
not
think the
saying what he
slap was
did was
based
right.
on that, Boom? You think the slap was more based on him
I think it
having
was
a
an
personal relationship?
accumulation. I think it was an accumulation of everything prior,
Agreed.
and then you being my man. At the end of the day,
That's a fact.
I've had enough. You know what I'm saying? Now again, if that's your man, you don't react like that.
Exactly. Thank you. That's all I was saying. Thank you.
But I'm just saying I understand a reaction because nigga, you supposed to be my mans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you in front of these white folks on the biggest stage, and you want to bring up my shit.
Yeah.
Not a random nigga. You supposed to be my mans.
Your mans don't bring up shit like that though. If it's jokes or anything, because I learned like niggas, you know, say they truth, say what they really want to say through jokes and shit. So you gotta be careful with niggas like that, bro.
Chris Rock said the joke wasn't really about him. It's really about a lot of people saying it's about something else. But but the shoe fit wear it shit type of happened.
Nah, but that wasn't the first time he took like shots at Jada. Like he been like this, not the first time Chris. I see if this was the first time Chris said something about it. Like, okay, now
this
Will,
was
you
20
bugging?
years.
Yeah, like come
This
on,
was
bro.
20
You've
years.
been kind of like just poking at the bear, like
That's why
on
I
some
said
shit.
it
Like
was
he
an
got to be held
accumulation.
accountable
It's an
for this shit.
accumulation of this shit on top of all other tabloids, magazines, TV shows, whatever the case. And then the last straw is you're my guy.
Yeah. But
Right.
I
But
think,
even in that,
bro,
boom, even though Chris Rock may have been his guy, and he was in a situation that they were probably paying him as they were paying him, a lot of times in Hollywood, you're going to agree to a lot of things that you don't agree to. You see what I'm saying? Like Will have played it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Niggas love Will Smith, right? Niggas love Will Smith, right? He's one of our stellar
one of them
black
niggas, man.
art.
He's black. He's
Top
black.
5
He's black.
entertainers of all time.
Yeah, he's black royalty.
5 times.
Why don't none of y'all niggas ever talk about him playing a gay role? And every time we bring it up, it's an issue.
Phil,
No,
okay,
no,
Phil.
no, no,
Phil.
no.
Okay, Phil. Hey, Phil.
Wait.
I've always brought that up.
Go ahead. Hey, Phil. This what you want to do, bro? Alright, let's pull your cup up. Go ahead.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday. Phil, do you want me to keep going, Phil?
Go
Do you want
ahead.
me to keep going?
6
You on
degrees of
mute.
separation. Yeah.
You on
Exactly.
mute. Go ahead.
But that was his largest paycheck to date, correct, Boom? As an actor. At that point, as a
I don't know
movie
about that.
as a movie actor, that was there's definitive proof. I will post these screenshots for y'all
I ain't
later.
saying
As a
I
You
don't
movie
saying
actor,
Will got paid more for that movie than he did for any other movie? Nah, we're not doing that.
no, at that point, in his
Was that
career,
his first movie though? Was
I
it
think
his
that was
first?
I think that was one of his first film
that was
roles.
one of his.
Yeah,
Cal.
no. If that's what you're saying, then yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
okay.
going to do that, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas in here try and play like. We can find any profession any of you niggas in. Period. If y'all niggas have been working that profession in any type of merit to gain salt in that bitch, if somebody comes to you and offers you the most money you've ever seen in your fucking life for doing exactly what you're doing, and you may feel a little weird about it, you're gonna do it. Especially if you're struggling trying to make it out. We're all trying to make it out. Yes, you're gonna do it. But nobody says anything about that. He compromised his morals. Or the niggas buy. Which one y'all wanna go with? Either the
Hold up,
niggas
Cal.
buy.
What does
he
that have to do with
compromised
the Chris
himself to take that
jokes?
check.
Hold up, Cal. Not to
Because-
cut you off. What that has to
Go
do with the
ahead.
Chris jokes? I just want to know what that has to do with the Chris jokes.
Because sometimes when you're getting paid a lot of money, a lot
Mm-hmm.
more money for doing something that you have been doing, a lot more money. Rather, let me re-articulate this shit. You're being paid the most to do something that you've ever done before in this field. You're either going to make accommodations or you're going to ignore that shit and then wait on your integrity to pay off. Will Smith has already shown that he will acquiesce to that shit. Money is his bottom line. He doesn't have any moral fiber to stand on. Chris Rock, why are you going to look at your mans for doing the same thing that you did with the 6 degrees of separation shit?
I
Or-
can't
or
agree
are we
with
gonna
that,
say-
Cal.
Okay, cool.
I can't agree
Cool.
with that, man. That's two
Cool.
different things, bro. Like I can't.
I
Like
don't
Wait,
that's.
wait. So
Yeah.
because he played something in the movie, it has to be in real life.
I can't,
That's
cause
not-
I feel like what Boom was saying, bro. Like I think that shit, you know, if those jokes is coming from a random person, bro, like okay, cool, everybody getting this shit off. But if it's coming from my mans, that shit cuts, bro. Like even though I'm laughing, but you know, once I think about it, that shit cuts. Like, bro, like if you my mans, bro, I feel like you would respect me to the point where you wouldn't, you know, do some shit that would jeopardize our friendship, which I don't think Chris was thinking about that at the time. But you know, my man's not supposed to like you cracking jokes on my wife, like, and this is the biggest thing, bro. But yeah, go.
Can I say something real quick? I got a statement, then I got a question for y'all. So statement, and I hear what you're saying, Lucci, but I think Cal or Cujo had mentioned this a few minutes ago. This has been ongoing between their family and Chris. You know, this goes back to what was it, 2016? Oscars,
boycott,
you know,
trying to boycott,
Because they had
Jada
another
publicly
Oscar.
asking Chris to boycott the Oscars, like you're trying to take money out of my mouth and my kids' mouths and my, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I'm pretty sure that's how Chris was looking at it. Like, no, like I'm not doing that, you know, because your husband wasn't nominated, even though that's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, you know, Chris in a comedic way, and we do this on Discord all the time. We throw our little jabs at each other. We get our little get backs.
Right.
We get our little lick backs on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but that's just something
But
to think.
Bro,
Especially
I
when
used
you
to
got
fucking comedian, dog. He's on stage
This-
doing jokes, and even the context of the joke wasn't even about like the whole.
That's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't really about him.
It was about
really
it was about her being bald and the G.I. Jane
G.I.
joke.
Jane shit. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't about
Yeah,
him.
he didn't know that she had alopecia, according to Chris.
Yeah.
According to what he said.
that alopecia shit,
Yeah.
man. Oh, you know, I don't care
I
about
got a
that.
question. I got a question for y'all.
Oh, like I don't understand.
Go ahead, bro.
Even then, even if you want to go back to the whole backstory of all this other shit, of course, like he even listed his reason on the special of like why he said a joke in the first place off of the first Oscar
He'll
joint,
take
right?
a shot.
Why he took a shot at her in the first shit?
shot.
He took a shot because he wanted to do some foul shit. He wanted to try to take money out of his mouth. Okay, cool. You can try to do that. I'm not going to not do this hosting shit, but I'm going to go ahead and get a joke off on you because I'm getting joked off on everybody else. You're going to catch a little stray. Okay, cool.
Sure.
If you go through the track record, because everybody makes it seem like Chris had like this personal grudge against like just Jada and Will's family. Like I feel like if you go through Chris's career, you can look through multiple occasions to where he might have had jokes towards certain people. People try to isolate this event like as if he's just focusing on these people and he's been making jokes at them for his entire career. But I'm sure if you just pick out a name, you can probably look through Chris's career and be like, yeah, the joke here, throughout his entire career. So
he's a comedian.
It's pretty much more heavy hiatus.
Why is this such like a bent to where
I do want to say this.
He's getting dragged hiatus because his shit. My bad. I'm gonna say this. Let me tie here.
That's not hiatus. Hiatus not in here.
Black.
Hiatus
I'll
not
say
in here.
this. His shit. Chris Rock is one of the weird comedians as to where a lot of his jokes and a lot of his like disparaging remarks and shit like that are directed towards us, to the black community. I can see like there's a difference between Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle gonna punch on you, period. And I love how uncomfortable it makes everybody. He gonna talk about handicapped people. He gonna talk about Jewish people. He gonna talk about Muslim people. He gonna talk about Buddhist people. He's gonna get his jokes off on everybody. Chris Rock feels very fucking comfortable. Lucci, don't edit that out. Let the shit. Yeah. He feels very fucking comfortable. He feels very fucking comfortable joking on black. That nigga is a very hold on. Let me. What I will say is, Chris Rock feels very fucking comfortable joking with us, around us, in light of us, especially around white people. That nigga don't do no white people jokes like that. Period. Because the nigga's not sharp enough to actually do that shit. For real. And he knows that he can garner the most response out of doing that shit. So yeah, I'm judging you on a fucking curve, you goofy ass nigga. Because you have no problem getting up here looking like a fucking clown in front of these white people for a paycheck. Mind you, am I defending Jada Smith? No, fuck that bitch. She make her man look goofy at every fucking turn. That's why Jada left your bitch ass. He got emancipated as a minor, ho. That was at 16 years old. I remember all that shit. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, bro. And I do remember that episode. Cal, Chris Rock rags on white people all the time, man. Like,
and there's I want to say off that statement as well. Is because you got niggas like Bernie Mac, you got niggas like Cedric the Entertainer that also go based off of the black comedy, especially when you're going. It's comedy, and some of the like. I forget the actual statement, but something like you have to disparage yourself, and that's like one of the greatest forms of comedy, especially as a comedian. And if you're in that culture, they teach you that like disparaging yourself is one of like the greatest forms of comedy. So I feel like that's a lot of what if Chris Rock's material is based on. Even off this last special, it's a lot of him like even disparaging himself in certain cases. Just because he's black, that might be what he's reflecting off. But that's, I feel like Chris Rock is not the only nigga that does that shit. You have plenty other black comedians that go based off of what black people do and things that black people like are centered around. They talk about the culture and they joke about the culture itself. Like, so don't make it seem like Chris Rock is a corny ass nigga because he does jokes about black people and shit like that. Like, I feel like that's weird.
Ty, go ahead. I'm not gonna interrupt. I'm trying to get better.
I got a question. I genuinely want to know you guys' answer. So you guys can either answer this from the perspective of what you think Will Smith thinks, or if you were Will Smith, right? So, what do y'all think Will Smith thinks about this, or if you were Will Smith, what would hurt you worse? Would it be Chris's retort on his Netflix special in front of this big crowd that's heard around the world, watched by millions of people this past weekend, or would it be the fact that you're banned from the Oscars from your actions?
Bro,
which one do y'all think hurts more?
That special would never be able to amount to the attention that slap got, bro.
Right.
So I don't think that special will ever be able to amount to that. That's what I want to say. What y'all think? I don't think.
Ty, is there? Ty, can I add a third option, Ty? Is that fair?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the most embarrassing, the most disparaging thing, the most shit that would cause me mental like exhaustion is my wife getting up here inviting me to a fucking table to talk about how she's shot the nigga's dick.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
No,
Because
you're not.
Cujo, get control of this
That is
shit,
let me
man.
let me just
Oh
let me
my
just
God.
can I finish my point? Please, can I finish my point?
Hey,
Please, can I
Cujo.
finish my
He's
point?
right.
Come on,
I just want to finish my point.
Go
Please,
ahead,
can I
bro.
finish my point?
Hey, somebody mute that brother. Somebody look at this. Come look at
Please,
this.
please. If you feel like I'm wrong, if anybody feels like I'm fucking wrong, please mute me.
No,
Get me
I
out
feel
of
like
here.
you're right, 'cause it's
Because
like it is
hold on,
crazy.
Body Bags. Let me say my point. Body Bags. Wait. Let me say my piece, please. And then I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna mute myself because niggas, y'all aren't paying attention to this. Your woman, your wife, the mother of your fucking children, got up on the internet and talked about how she fucked another nigga in your house that you paid for.
Oh, yeah, that the fuck.
And
But that's
then ask you how you feel about it. Bitch, I wanna
it
kill
was
you.
consensual.
I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
It was consensual. Nigga
no,
didn't take the
no,
pussy or nothing
that's
like
crazy.
that. Like,
Stop
come on,
it.
man. It was nah. Go ahead. Fuck all that. I got this. It was consensual, man. That nigga from New Orleans. Hey.
He does bring up a point. Like that nigga did have to agree to sit down in that chair and have that shit aired out.
I got 8 bars. I'm gonna roll through it real quick. My mic works better than Hitman's. My mic works better than Hitman's. Hold
Go
on.
ahead
Let me
then,
just finish this.
Yeah,
First
this
of all,
big mouth.
y'all niggas can't talk crazy to me when my partner supports me. Period. Y'all can say anything you want. That's my fucking ace boom coon. Fuck you niggas. Secondly, we're building a Hollywood empire of generational royalty. Fuck you broke niggas. That's 2. Number 3, I have been decorated before you niggas even knew how to even quantify what the fuck I was doing on cam. That's number 3. Number 4, my man's is good. We can joke, we can parlay, whoop-de-whoop, let him get his shit off. You see what I'm saying? Then we have a situation as to where my woman may be going through something and everybody don't know about it. But you do. That's the problem. Because you playing with me now. Because you playing with my woman. Everybody with significant others. Am I fucking lying? If a nigga play with your woman in front of you, what's your responsibility?
That could be the that's why I'm not mad at Will reaction. Hold up, I'm not. Go ahead. I'm not mad at his reaction, bro, because it has a lot of niggas that are very protective like that over their girl, bro. Will's reaction, but
See,
I understand it though, bro, because some men are like that, bro. When it comes down to protecting their women, bro. Like, I mean, it's no disrespect is tolerated at all, even if it's jokes or what. I don't know what kind of relationship these brothers had, but you know.
I understand what you're saying. Like, if that was my man's, okay, he has the right to go up on the stage, but you don't have to get physical. That's real nigga shit and make them
I wouldn't have did it like that though.
White people. So like, so you mad? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna go. This with me. That's my man's, bro. Chill the fuck out, work, because later we gonna have some problems, and I don't want to do this. I'm gonna get on stage. I'm gonna go right back down. He slapped her, really, because his wife want him to slap him.
I can't say that.
If I'm gonna protect you, girl, I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna move. That's what he said, though. I heard him say that. I heard him say that. He said I did that because
Will say that?
So that's why. Yes,
So
I literally heard him say that. I'm not even lying. That was one of his.
Hold on.
I'm sure that's the reason. I'm sure that's the reason he gave. But like, I don't like. I feel like it's also based off his own personal embarrassment and how niggas kept adding in the collection of all this shit together. But you go ahead, brother.
Black Star, that was embarrassment all the way, bro.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Mike, go ahead.
In the interview, I forgot if the interview happened before he got slapped. When he that's crazy. Like, you kind of did that to yourself, Will. Like, that's my problem. Regardless if he want to joke about it a little bit here and there, and he a comedian, nigga, you let this happen for real. You look crazy. It's on you.
What interview, buddy, man? I'm sorry.
What interview? And then Jada that aired this shit out in the first
I'm talking about the interview when you were saying she sat him down and told him how she was fucking this nigga or whatever. you
Man,
talking about. I
everybody
remember that
been
interview.
knew
So like
about this shit.
that
That's why I'm
Yeah.
so tripped out.
so
Like, and
like
that's
yeah,
what Chris
so
Rock
you
said in the
already
special. Like, dog, everybody was calling you a bitch. Why the fuck are you gonna step up and slap me
yeah.
after everybody been joking on this shit?
But the
Like,
Been
but the
joking,
slap
but I
wasn't.
think
Can we
so.
agree the slap wasn't about
Hold on,
the
man.
entanglement? Go ahead, Cujo. My bad.
No,
You
Yeah,
Cujo next.
no,
Cujo next. Let
no,
Cujo go.
no, the
Cujo
I
joke,
next.
think
no.
no, the joke wasn't about the
Wait,
entanglement. The slap
Yeah, the
was
slap wasn't
probably
about
based
the
off of that
entanglement though,
entanglement.
right?
wait, Black Star, wait, because we have to make this shit listenable. That's not a word, but like listenable to the niggas
No,
listening
I,
on
I,
YouTube.
I
Don't
hear
worry,
you.
K. I say
Trying to be
words that ain't
respectful
words.
and shit like that. I'm trying not to talk over niggas, but it's like, yeah, I'm
no,
sorry.
no, it's all good, man.
Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead,
we
Cujo.
can transition, man. Anyway, in a minute, but I definitely want to let you get your shit off. But
Yeah.
listen, man, nobody even noticed that like towards the end of the special, you could see Chris Rock damn near tearing up. Like you see the stream of tear
It's a fact.
going down like the left side of his face. Like
It's a fact.
to go through all of that, bro, for a whole year because some goofy ass guy with a goofy ass wife, they got internal issues and they basically projected it onto you. Like they've been cool for so long, bro. When that situation happened, the whole August Alsina and nonsense and all that, everybody made jokes about it, bro. Some said way worse. And you want to come up on stage and put hands on me over a GI Jane joke? I didn't even know she had alopecia, bro. If you're that sensitive about it, you might as well
Don't
get
come
out of the public
outside.
eye. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
don't
might
come
as well
outside.
not come out at all. Nobody even knew that. Like, I mean, I'm sure it was public knowledge, but to the point of getting on stage, bro, and doing all of that, and then after that, bro, you didn't even really apologize for real. You get on stage, you win your goofy ass award, bro, and you talk around it, you talk about love, and then you release a apology video. You still don't directly apologize. You let people basically get in your ear to talk about the special because you can't watch it directly, and then say I feel hurt and I think Chris Rock should move on. Come on, bro. Buddy's a bitch,
Oh,
man.
that's
Like,
what Will said.
Cujo,
Yeah,
Is that what Will
can I
said?
help?
realistically, man,
Yeah, I want to help
Okay.
too.
I wouldn't even want to.
I didn't know he said that.
Thank you, Ty.
Yeah.
Cujo, can I help? Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm
Can
gonna
Ty
just
and
say
I
this
help
real
you
quick.
before we
Yeah, I
transition?
got you. I wouldn't even want to be friends with someone like that. I wouldn't even want to be around no goofy nigga like that, bro. You get drunk or you get out of character because you feel some type of way, and it's not even interpreted that. Like there used to be niggas like that around my way. They just come up to people, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of fucked up. But there used to be some shit where niggas just play knockout, right? You just walk up to random people you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You incite beef with them, and then you just knock them out for no apparent reason. That's basically what happened in this situation, bro. Like, motherfucker wasn't even directly talking to you, say what, and then something happens. Like, it's basically that type of, it's along the lines of that. So all in all, bro, like, it's really foul what happened. You know what I'm saying? Two black men publicly got into it. One is no longer friends with the other person, and now we gotta watch all of this, bro. And people talk about, you know what I'm saying, like us basically acting, not even us, but a black man acting a fool, bro, at one of the most, you know what I'm saying, what's considered, a prestigious, you know what I'm saying, place to be at. It was just ridiculous, man, on all the boards, man. Very sad. Like I honestly, I really don't even see them being cool with each other anymore. I've seen people forgive, you know what I'm saying, for way less, especially in Hollywood. But honestly, bro, if Chris decides to not be friends with Will forever, bro, I wouldn't even be mad, man. I wouldn't even be upset because I don't know, man. The way he's handling this shit, the way he's going about it, it's just weird, man. There's no accountability whatsoever, bro. You're a grown ass man, bro. You just refuse to hold yourself accountable, man. That was some of the worst shit ever. And if I was him, bro, I'd be thinking about that shit for the rest of my life, bro. Forever.
So
That shit will
you
haunt me.
gotta ask yourself this.
Wait, body bags, wait, because there was a situation winding. Wait, body bag, yeah, there was a winding down, body bags. Before we transition, brother, I'm not trying to disrespect you. Ty was before you, who is gonna follow body bag.
That's all I
Cujo.
wanted to say, man. Like,
Um,
there's just some shit you're not gonna be able to ever forget. This is definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just very unfortunate. But as I said, I'd rather Chris, man, just keep doing what he does. As far as the special, Chris has done enough. He's gonna have so many specials that are way better than that. I don't really care for him to do anything more than, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. He's already done so much legendary shit. At this point, he's just, stat padding, man. Got his 40 mil, you know what I'm saying? Got the Netflix deal. This is the new wave now. Like, he's a big dog in this shit. He can do shit like that. So it's all good, man. It'll be okay.
So Cujo, do you understand? Could you understand Will's reaction before you get off? I don't agree with it, but I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand because
enough for him to get on stage and put hands with him. Hell no. Maybe being a little salty about it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I guess. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool.
I have like one thing about like him agreeing with the statement, but I'm gonna let Ty go. Go ahead, Ty. I'm not gonna do that.
I'll make it real quick, man. To kind of pat on what stack on what Cujo was saying. The same way that people was on Chris's side and thought Will was in the wrong. Y'all remember there was a lot of people that thought Chris Rock should have fought back. You know what I'm saying? So the same way Chris Rock was saying on his special that, the whole world was calling Will Smith out of his name. There was a lot of people calling Chris Rock out of his name too. Like, you weakling, you a coward, this, that, and the third. So to kind of add on what Cujo's saying, he had to put up with the shame of that too, on top of the slap. You know what I'm saying? People acting like he wasn't the man because he didn't fight in front of all those people. You know what I mean? And this kind of goes into to answer what Lucci just asked Cujo as far as could I understand Will Smith's response? I could understand maybe the frustration and the anger behind it, Lucci. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, man, Will Smith has been a professional entertainer since like the late 80s?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you've been to every kind of Grammy Awards, Oscar Awards, MTV Awards, Independent Film Festival, Cannes Film Festival, Hollywood Party. You know what I'm saying? You've been to all these type of joints, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know that there's a certain way you conduct yourself professionally. You know what I mean? It would have been different had Chris jumped off the stage and kicked you in the face or smacked your woman across the face or spit in your face or something. Like physically spit in your face. You know what I'm saying? But it's a joke, brother. You've heard way worse. And like Cal said, that was light. That was super light. The G.I. Jane joke, that was light, bro. That was very, very light. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Boom, man. Like, that could have been squashed elsewhere. Like what we did earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been squashed elsewhere. You could have pulled your bro aside. Hey, this, that, and the third. This is how I felt. Is this what you meant by that? Blase, blase. And it would have been done with, and brothers could have probably made some money together. You know what I'm saying?
You think Chris would have understood if Will would have told him, like, bro, I didn't mind the joke, but it was just in the place.
Of course, man. Chris is an adult, bro.
Yeah.
That's your boy. Yeah.
Man, fuck that.
Really command.
No, fuck that. Because
Nah,
fuck
Cal,
that.
we get to
Because because y'all niggas making me fucking mad. Hold on. Y'all niggas making me fucking mad with this apologist shit. Y'all are. This pussy ass nigga who has performed as a pussy ass nigga in front of us for the better part of his fucking career. Tell me I'm lying. This nigga got up the first film situation he had. This nigga bent it over and opened his asshole for niggas.
Oh,
no, we're not editing this. That's what he did.
Say, Phil, what are you, Phil? Hey, nah. Hey, what are we? Cujo, go ahead, Cujo.
Yeah.
Nah, the brother passed out, man.
Nah, bro. Yeah, Phil been drinking since early this day, bro.
Oh,
my God, bro. The brother was a peck on the lips, Cal. Wasn't it a peck on the lips, man? Cal, this brother was involved in gay activities, bro. Come on, man.
Y'all pick and choose who y'all like.
Hold on, Cal. Cujo, go ahead, Cujo.
Bring up another situation.
Go ahead.
I mean, listen, man. If you gonna feel some type of artist gonna pull up on you,
your boy.
Yeah, no. You gonna go. You gonna go.
Nigga, that's great.
Oh yeah, I didn't even hear about it.
I'm good, Cujo. I'm done.
Thanks,
Nah,
God.
I remember Fat Joe, right? When he was on Matt Fiver's podcast talking about how Roy Jones, you know what I'm saying, ran up on him because of a bar he had in a lean back song, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, he didn't interpret it like on some, yeah, like I could really whoop Roy Jones' ass. Like we talking about Roy Jones here. But I guess towards the end of a show, he walked up on him, acts like, yo, we got an issue, we got beef, we got problems. Mind you, like Fat Joe's 100 deep, you know what I'm saying? But you're dealing with a professional boxer. His hands is registered. Anything
Yeah.
could go down.
Yeah,
But at the
Jones don't
same
give a fuck
time,
about all that. Go ahead.
yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. Guns can get the
Yeah, but
blazing,
Jones,
all types of
Jones would have
Yeah,
got
that
shot
nigga
up.
be a bad
Bro,
rude. That nigga don't give a fuck
hey,
about that.
he had a whole entourage with him too, but he walked up on him and asked him, "Hey man, do we have a problem? Do we have an issue over a bar?" You know, it was it wasn't serious, but at the time, I think this was when Roy Jones was kind of he wasn't in his prime anymore. He's kind of like on the last leg of his career. A lot of things were going on that he was taking personally. So I get it. They hashed it out right then and there, but I kind of understand why. It's like, you kind of hear something and you kind of have to determine for yourself whether it's like, is bro talking about me in a certain way or a certain light, or what is it exactly? So you go up to the person, you just
Or
ask
he's just getting the bar off. Like,
yeah,
or
like
he just doing his
I'm
damn
not gonna
job
lie,
and
like,
just
it's not
like,
bro's
in
had
the
his fist
fight.
balled up, you know what I'm saying, ready to cut it out. But he let Joe explain himself, and they handled it right. I mean, he let the brother, you know what I'm saying, explain, and they hashed it out, man. Now they're the best of friends, man. Now if that would have went left,
Yeah.
I mean, brothers would have died. I mean,
That just goes to my last point, just going off of what you said, Cujo. It's just like, and it goes off of like agreeing, the people that agree with what Chris, or not Chris, but what Will did in that situation, and was like that kind of justify it to where it's like, okay, he's okay in like going on stage and doing what he did because he talked bad about his girl, and like, okay, well, he's defending his girl and shit like that. Okay, so let's say let's say Chris Rock at the Oscars, because he didn't just go on stage, point out Jada, and was like, hey, joke about Jada, bitch look like G.I. Jane, and then I'm out, peace, and then walked off. Like, no, he went down a line of people and was going, pointing out jokes and hitting up everybody, right? So that means that anybody that he made a joke off of would have been justified in getting up out their chair, going up on stage, and slapping the fuck out of Chris Rock. Because I felt offended and you disrespected me, or you disrespected my wife just now, and I just felt justified to go ahead and do this. That shit is fucking wrong, dog, and that nigga Will should be. I don't know, man. Like, I don't take it like
we gotta transition Black
I
Star.
just don't. I know.
Transition,
That's my
y'all.
Let
last
Black Star
thought.
get let Body Bags get this shit off real quick. Body Bag been trying to talk.
My shit was super short.
My bad.
And we gonna transition after this though.
All I was about to say is my problem with Will is like what Cujo said. There's no accountability, and you can't be a man and sitting there saying you protecting your wife, but as a man, it's easier for us to take accountability. Women do that shit and don't take accountability, bro. So like, how can you call yourself a man if you can't take accountability? Because it's like, it's your fault you let your bitch put you in this position anyways for your homies. I'm pretty sure as Chris Rock is your best friend, he probably tried to help you out in the situation before he made jokes about it. Like, hey, this ain't looking good, bro. Like, you need to handle that. But you hurt. Like, she's doing you wrong. Trust me, I'm pretty sure that happened because I know if a nigga really your homie, he gonna talk to you about that, like about your girl. That's all I was gonna say, man. And Will Smith a herb ass nigga for this, but great work. You a herb ass nigga. Now we can transition.
all right, man.
Yeah, Phil sleep. My birthday this weekend. I'm gonna be lit.
Oh my God, Phil will chill from Mobile, our favorite neighbor's neighbor, bro.
Wait, Lucy, for the people listening, when this situation goes a little bit longer than what y'all expected, this will be like designated as the chill Will deal. It may be a 2-for-1. You see what I'm saying? Feel like that. It may be a 2-for-1. You see, it may be a twofer. We may do Chill Will twofer. We doing this. We got topics. Cujo, you here, right? You moderate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucci, you here? You recording? Niggas, y'all here? Y'all contributing, right? Everybody here? All right, let's celebrate my nigga. Let's celebrate my nigga. Let's go.